It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for dialing in. There are going to be a lot of culinary delights on the show this morning, so we thought let's start from the bottom and work our way up, meaning we start with the little ones first. And when it comes to our kids, we want them to be happy and healthy, most importantly. So choosing what to pack in that lunchbox can be a rather daunting process, but it's so important. So what if we told you that packing a substantial school lunch no longer needs to be a chore or something to be worried about? And that's as we welcome back pediatric expert and author of Weaning Sense, which is a Bible for any parent weaning their child, Kath Megaw, to give us tips and tricks on how to pack the ideal lunchbox. Kath, welcome. Always so good to see you because I know you're going to drop some gems for us. This is a bit of a funny one. A non-parent will laugh at us putting so much effort and time and thought into building a lunchbox. But as a parent, this becomes daily one of the most important things that you do because you want to give your child the platform for growth long-term, but also just to have a good day, to be fueled, to be energized, not to be sluggish, to get all the things that we know you get out of your food. Why is having a lunchbox so daunting for parents, do you think? And why is it so important to get a good, balanced lunchbox together for the little ones?
I think for two reasons. Parents know how important it is. Kids are super busy in the morning. They're learning at school, so they want them to get nourished. And nothing's worse for a parent than having packed a lunchbox and it comes home full.
Oh, I hate it. You feel like a failure.
Exactly. And that's the pressure that's on parents. So they know if they get it right, their kids are going to thrive. And if they get it wrong, their kids might be a bit hungry.
They're going to be eating junk as soon as they come home. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love the fact that it is simple to get it right, but you just need a formula.
Correct.
So let's start with that formula. What do I need to be including in a balanced lunchbox?
So you ideally want a bit of food from all your different food groups. So some protein food, and for example, like a droevorst or some biltong or even some chicken from leftovers from the night before. Dairy is lovely to include cheese. And remember, and if you look at what we've got here, it needs to be handheld. Kids are very busy people.
Yeah, no, for
and
sure.
they don't have a lot of time to sit down and have a gourmet
Even a spoon
meal.
is sometimes optional with the yogurt, so just beware.
Yeah, absolutely. And fruit is great to pack in. And remember, fruit does discolor, so a banana is wonderful because it comes in its own wrapping.
Sure.
Yeah, and then a sandwich. Muffins are wonderful because you can hide veggies in a muffin, which is really a cool thing to do. Some kids will eat a little bit of veggie stick or some, but some won't. So you need to just go with your child. So you kind of want to include a variety when you are packing your lunchbox. So yeah, here we've got a lovely sandwich with some cheese and a little bit of protein, and then we've got a little bit of muffin, and we'll put in a piece of droevorst. And this makes for an easy lunchbox option.
It's easy and simple, but there's also a variety of textures and flavors there.
Correct.
Why is that so important?
Well, because kids are going to get bored if they are just having one flavor and one texture. And also, you want to give a little bit more than what you think they might finish, just so that they have an option to have a choice.
Okay.
Kids also enjoy swapping, so if there's one or two, if there's two pieces of something,
they can score themselves a piece of apple or something.
Exactly, yes.
It seems like quite a substantial meal. I don't have a snack as big as this. Why is it important for kids to have that meal during the day? I suppose it is their busiest time and most taxing time of the day.
It is. It's a very busy time, and kids do better in the morning with food than what they do as the day goes on. Children are quite tired by the end of a day, and eating is a very sensory experience. So by the end of the day, we're all a bit sensory overloaded. All the music sounds a bit loud. Textures, smells feel a bit overwhelming. So earlier on in the day, they are more willing to try and taste new textures and food.
By 4 o'clock, it's like 2-minute noodles.
Exactly. Something just so easy.
And thankfully, there are some healthy 2-minute noodles available now, courtesy of the brand. Okay, I get where we're coming from, and I think maybe something to keep in mind is involving your child in the process so they are a little bit invested, because they do, as you say, they want a choice at the end of the day. I get that. One thing that I do struggle with is with fruit and with fruit juices, because even the really healthy fruit juices are still fruit, which is still sugar, which says to me that it's going to be a spike. At the right time, brilliant. So a fruit juice or an additional drink, do you just need water, or do you recommend giving an additional drink as well?
So that's where I think it's wonderful that Purity have brought out the fruit smoothie, which is such a wonderful combination of fruits, and it's got some dairy in for the calcium. They've even added chia seeds, which are great and high in omega-3 and in fiber. And it's such an easy container that they can literally just drink on the go without spilling it.
It's a nice little nutrient bomb
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely. All their flavored milks are also wonderful, packed with vitamins, calcium. Their smoothies are packed with vitamin C and zinc, which we know during this time as we go into the winter season, it's so good to boost the immune system.
I absolutely love it. I'm getting really, really hungry looking at all these things. And I think that's what I've been trying to do, is help to guide my kids on that same journey, so we're all ultimately eating the same thing, or at least eating from the same playbook.
Yes, 100%.
You don't always get it right. My son's tastes are very different from mine. How do we deal with a fussy eater, someone that's just not wanting anything?
So those children, you know, again, the smoothie pouches from Purity are absolutely wonderful. The fruit pouches that they have, because it's got all the nutrition in it. The texture's very pleasing to the fussy eater. Sometimes the fussy eaters, they don't see the food too much and see every individual element.
Very much
Yeah,
like that.
they then are more willing to actually take it in. And for fussy eaters, it's definitely, and I said this before, it's ease. So the easier the food is to eat, the more chance you have that they will eat it.
And the joy of a pouch and you know, this range of food is they taste really good.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can distract them with the pouch while they eat the muffin. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. You made me miss my little ones even more. I hope they're going to have an amazing lunch today. I hope you guys are going to feed off this. Just find that formula that works for you. Look for balance. Make sure that you've got a little bit of everything. And don't forget that your child has their own sense of taste, so involve them in the process, because they will tell you what they like, and they are that much more likely to eat it if they're invested in the process. Kath, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Well,
I hope you always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing.
It all begins with Purity.